Hey guys, this is a dev
Vlog.
vlog.
Vlog
Vlog.
is the
All right,
word
so
I'm looking for.
vlog, I guess, is the video one. Um, we figured we'd do like some sort of like video kind of thing for every once in a while for the dev blog to post there on the website. Just giving you guys an idea what we're working on, what's going on with Snailiens. As you can see, we are in the Top Gear Technology Center, the equivalency for video game production,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
aka our mother's dining
Yeah.
room. So, uh, kind of a little peek behind the veil. This whole game was
Well,
made on a card table in our mother's dining room. So that's awesome.
if we had a blanket, we would have put that up, but
Yeah,
we don't got a blanket.
no blanket. All right, so I guess the big news is we finally went live on the early access. So our initial patch 0.7.3.7 went live.
1.2.
Yeah, I know. And it just keeps getting longer because now we're actually on 0.7.3.7.2. While at the time of listening this, you probably because we did a day one content patch, not content patch. We did a day one bug fix patch.
A couple of bug
Then
patches.
we got another report back in from someone playing, and we're fixing it up now and uploading it to Steam right now. So you should have less bugs in your game when you play it.
We're little bugs. Little bugs.
Well, it's better than hey, we can't play your game and it's a giant turd because of it.
Sure.
All right, so what went live on Wednesday? What do you think, Will? You want to cover what we included in the very first day of early access?
So what's in early access? What's in the game as it stands right now is we have our tutorial stuff, which is on Hank's farm. You're out like protecting your cabbage from those darn snailians, and we then move the player into a whole moon base. There's going to be 3 wings eventually here. We only have 2 online right now. You've got your main atrium where you can pick levels from. We have 8 levels that you can kind of select from there. And there's an armory. And the armory is where you go to, like, you can buy new weapons and, like, you can, like, equip them and then bring them with you into missions that you pick in the atrium. And that's all in there right now. There's eventually going to be a tech wing, but that's
We'll talk about that.
There's a whole new mechanic set in there that's gonna be really really fun, but we haven't
So-
finished that yet.
I guess we would describe day one content as the prologue to Snailians.
Yeah.
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 The farm and kind of small town USA is your first environment that you're going to see a lot of levels in, and it's if we're following, say, the Vogler approach to storytelling, it's kind of your first 3 stages,
Yes.
where introduce the hero, all that stuff, stranger approaches, call to action, all that
Regular
goodness.
world, special world.
So you haven't
stuff.
really crossed the threshold. You're starting to cross the threshold to the special world. And so what you can expect from later content is not necessarily more interesting, but more interesting.
More exotic.
More exotic stuff.
More
So
crazier places.
And
Not less
that's-
just on a farm places.
Yeah.
Because that's the point. It starts little
And-
and it scales, guys. It
God
scales.
damn, we are tired of doing farm stuff. Holy crap. I'm so tired of hay. Words cannot describe how tired I am of hay. So the next big content update, barring some catastrophic problem, is going to be Japan.
Yeah.
So we were going to do kind of Tokyo and city Japan.
Yep.
So you can expect some cool stuff there. We might do some gamer culture stuff in Japan,
Some like
which
streets of
I'm
Akihabara,
really, really excited about. Then
big neon signs,
yeah.
alleys, and like
just kind of higher density urban,
Yeah.
which is what we haven't seen yet in Snailians. And then we're going to transition to kind of Japanese gardens and temples and ruins, and it's going to get really, really cool. So what we're working on right now is just asset creation. The majority of the underlying mechanical bits are already in. There's going to be some fine tuning, but we're finally comfortable moving on to building out additional content.
Yeah.
So it's just enemies, weapons, abilities, and environments.
And also game modes.
Oh yeah, so
Which,
one of the things that we came up with a little later in development, and so it's in the pipe but not quite out, is when we were testing, we saw that players, in a lot of cases, and this is not the optimum strategy for playing the game, but in a lot of cases they would just stand still. And it has a little bit to do with teleportation because you can teleport or you can shoot, and so
it's
a lot of people
try to do both
Yeah.
simultaneously.
which we are working on trackpad locomotion for those of us who don't get motion sickness.
And other kind of more gameplay-oriented locomotion stuff, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, so the big game mode change is going to be a push cart style game mode where instead of having a core and having snails come to you in waves, you're going to get a cart that you have to deliver somewhere, and it's more of an assault and less of a defense.
Yeah.
And so you have to defend the cart as snails kind of try to destroy or eat the cabbage on the cart or something like that.
Which means that you're building your towers like on the cart surface or like along the route, and like there's a bunch of different ways that you can kind of do that. You put your stronger towers on the cart because you get like more time with each of them, so you put more money into those. Like there's a lot to that, and it's going to be a lot more fun.
So we're super excited about that. We hope to get that out in the best case scenario in about a month, but my expectation is Will and I need a break, and so we may move content out a little slower.
Maybe a little bit, but
a little bit.
Just a day or two, guys.
Our goal is you're not going to get a level, you're going to get a chunk of levels.
Yeah.
So
it'll be a chapter.
Finish Japan, you're going to get that chapter, and that chapter will include a whole new set of weapons, and that chapter will include a whole new set of towers, and a whole new set of abilities, and a whole new set of enemies, and all that stuff. And we've done a lot of concept, we've done a lot of talking, and all that stuff is really cool. I think we're starting to hit kind of our stride in terms of creativity and the look and feel of Snailiens. So you're going to see some really cool weapons. Most notably, some weapons that change the effective range at which you encounter enemies.
So that it gets players to move up closer to engage them, say in melee, or use kind of grapple stuff to pull enemies in or push enemies away, so that you can use shorter ranged weapons in combination with it. It's that sort of stuff.
So all that's coming. It'll come within the next month or two. We'll keep you guys posted. Usually we do 1 or 2 updates a week when we can. Like I said, we're on a little bit of a break, but we're mostly just listening right now and doing some promotional stuff. And if you have bugs, fixing them, because we'd like to fix them now before we start rolling out just more content and just keep the problems going. We'd like to have a foundation that's as strong as possible right now. So that's what's coming soon. Day 1 patch was mostly just there was a couple little stuff. We talked about it and it didn't make it out for the initial launch, but it made it out very quickly after. The weapons were too cheap to buy.
Yeah.
So you ended up.
It didn't flow right.
You ended up with a surplus of money by the end, right?
And it made it so that you're sitting there in the armory and it's not like, what weapon do I really want to use?
You just buy it all anyway, and there's no choice.
What weapon is now unlocked to me? I guess I'm just collecting them all.
So we're gonna force a little bit of player choice, a little bit more player choice, and we're gonna force you to, if you didn't do very well on levels, to go back and do better on them in order to get more money and buy the weapons.
If you plan on unlocking them all by the end.
So if you have a save game, And you've unlocked some weapons, you'll keep them. You'll keep the same amount of money. Everyone keeps their money. It's just moving forward. If a new weapon appears in your store, it will be for more money than it appeared, and you may not even notice unless, if you wiped your game, you may notice. If you didn't, you'll have no idea that it was a thing.
Yeah. And hopefully that'll be the case for future patches as well.
Yeah, we've the save game is pretty robust. We're stat tracking a lot of stuff, so it should be pretty good. What else did we do for day one patch? We fixed a little bit of audio and a little bit of scripting.
There was a stereo mono bug with one of the tracks that been
so we got a really awesome support ticket, who glowing review, and we're very happy that everyone's enjoying it. But he mentioned that there was an issue with a couple lines in the tutorial.
Yeah.
You may have heard that. I guess they were too loud. Ended up being a attenuation through mono problem. Attenuation doesn't really work in mono, and Unreal caught it, and we suspect it probably was just making it too loud. So we reconverted that to stereo, and hopefully that one's banged out. Also in level 7 for you guys, the crashing UFO, spoilers, sorry. The crashing UFO was having a scripting issue where some things were running on top of each other and going a little too early.
Yeah.
So we just kind of pushed some stuff around and moved it. Apart from that, I think everything's working. We have known bugs, but nothing is game breaking yet. It's kind of long term, like, hey, when we get around to it, let's fix. I don't know, the tiny little saw blades that appear.
Yeah, no.
Just kind of hover.
You may notice.
Don't worry about it.
You may notice that.
Not a big deal.
You leave little baby saw blades every once in a while.
It's a visual bug. Sorry about it. We're gonna get on it. Skyrim. All right, so that's about it. Long term, you're gonna see a lot of extra stuff. We're gonna be rolling in new game types. Our goal is that weapons don't get more powerful as you continue. They just get more interesting interactions with your existing arsenal. So the weapons that you pick up today, if you really like them or if they combo well with your playstyle, you'll continue to play with them. The only difference will be in enemies that counter you. Yes. So you will have to change your loadouts.
Yeah, if you'll have situations where an enemy, for instance, prevents fire damage on.
So now you can't use fire weapons.
You probably shouldn't be using a fire weapon there.
And you'll see that. We've got that whole system in.
That's in there, and it previews you what kind of stuff you're going to be encountering. But even long term, like going back, all the weapons will still be about the right DPS with each other. It's just you get more flexibility in what you can do.
We talked about it. Abilities.
Yeah.
So it didn't launch. It didn't launch with early access because we weren't comfortable with its level of polish. It doesn't have finalized art on it, and it wasn't fully featured enough for us to feel comfortable launching it. But with the first patch with Japan, you can probably expect to see a full tech tree, which means that along with weapons and towers, you will get an ability to carry with you through levels. That's kind of, if you were a MOBA, you would call it like an ultimate.
Sure.
It's kind of your trump card.
It's the bomb in Geometry Wars.
Yeah, it's something that if they get on top of you and it gets overwhelming, it makes it a little bit easier for you, and it should have really cool effects and stuff like that. And these are probably going to be the most interesting things to use in our game, and the most visually expensive. So you have that to look forward to. So I guess that's what we're doing long term. You're going to see lots and lots of chunk updates that give you different locations around the world.
Yeah.
Japan will be first. If you have particular locations that you'd love to see, let us know. We've already got the full arc, but are completely open to ideas if we need to retool something because everyone wants something, some location.
Himalayas.
Yeah, I have no idea. Then we'll look into it if it works mechanically and artistically with the game.
Yeah.
Most importantly, like if you have suggestions, if you have a critique, share it with us because we love to make the game better, and we can't do that, or we will continue doing what we're doing, and if you don't let us know, then we won't know what you want. So, by all means, we have an email for lots of different things. If you have a problem or a concern or you find a bug, you can contact us through support
Yes.
at
And you can email us.
562interactive.com.
You can also go to the website and there's like a ticket thing.
Yes.
Somebody already used that.
So
another
Steam
bug.
links out for support to our support ticket system as well as our website. So any of those will filter down to the same place and we'll see it and we'll let you know. If you have any kind of message for us, if you are media or press and you want to talk to us about something, or if you are just someone who wants to let us know that we're doing a great job or we could improve something, go ahead and contact us through info at 562interactive.com. That one's shared by all of us, so we'll all see it. And that one will be cool.
Marketing. Contact us at
Nah,
don't do
all
that.
that other stuff. All right. I think that's about it for day 2, really.
Yeah,
day 1
Day 2.
video blog.
Thanks for the Steam reviews. Those
Yeah,
have been
no.
very good so far.
If you really like the game, leave us a Steam review because we could definitely use the visibility. We hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got anything else?
We'll make more of these. We'll make more.
Well, depending on what people want, maybe this is successful and we keep doing it, but, we'll see. We'd like to keep doing them. All right. See ya.